Alrighty, Jason here with Direct Credit Funding with Jason. We have a new thing we're going to talk about today. Not new, but it's equipment financing. We always talk about how easy that is and the need for equipment financing, which is phenomenal. But something I really want to get into, and this is a new market that has opened up recently, is working capital. So yes, you heard me right, working capital. Working capital is easier to get now than it's ever been before. Now, I want to give you a couple of caveats there. Working capital is a generalized term that encompasses a lot of different things. And I'm going to get into the specific type of working capital that we offer. And it's different than working capital is when you borrow money to spend in your business however you see fit. Normally on this channel, we talk about equipment financing and the value of using a financing company such as myself to finance that purchase of equipment and spread the payments out over time. Working capital does the same thing as equipment financing, but you are basically financing money, right? That's what you're doing. You're financing a block of money. Well, there's a couple types of working capital, and there's working capital I like, and there's working capital that I don't like. And the working capital that I like has interest rates anywhere between 12% and about 18%, which is going to be similar to what your credit cards are. And that's reasonable working capital money with minimal documentation. And that's what we're going to dig into in a minute, is that type of working capital and the value for your business. The working capital that I don't want you to get into are these, what are called MCA loans, equivalent to payday loans for businesses. And these loans are ungodly high. They're short term. They are eventually going to drain your business and take your business under. And I've seen it so many times over so many years. It is just a death spiral for a business to borrow money from these MCA lenders. They camouflage themselves as working capital lenders, but that is where you're going to be making daily payments, and the interest rates at the low end start at around 35%, and I've seen them as high as 120%. And they're just horrible. They're a vicious cycle. And as soon as you fund one loan, there's another predatory lender that's going to come in and offer you a second and third and fourth. And I have literally seen customers that have had what we call positions, meaning 8 different working capital loans, all at 35 plus 45, 55% rate, that are just drowning these businesses in debt. And that is not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about are more traditional working capital loans that make sense for a business, and the ease of access and how those programs work. And so I'm going to just dig into that and leave my tangent alone about the MCA lenders of the world, because they're their own animal and you can swim at those sharks if you want to. What we offer here at Direct Credit Funding are more traditional working capital loans that are going to range anywhere from 6 months to 24-month terms. The rates are going to range anywhere from 12 to 18% is probably where those are going to range. And these loans are extremely easy to qualify for. And that's what we're here to talk about, is how easy these loans are available, what the documentation process is, and how quickly we can have those loans approved for you. So these loans are made to be ultra fast, ultra easy. The requirements are you need to have 1 year in business, and you need to have annualized revenue of $125,000. So what we're looking for is a standard application that we've talked about before, which includes your filling out an application, providing your business name, your time in business, your business phone number, your business address, personal information about the owners of the business, name, address, social security number, home address, that type of information, and then your last 3 months bank statements. That is it. That is all the information we need. What we're going to do is we're going to look at those bank statements. We're going to see the deposits that you've got coming into the bank statements. We're looking for you to be depositing 6 to 8 different deposits per month. If you're only getting deposits from 1 or 2 people, that's going to be problematic. We're looking for your business to be getting multiple deposits per month, looking ideally for those to be around 6 or 8 or more. But we're going to extrapolate that income. So if you're bringing in $25,000 per month, extrapolates out to about $300,000 a year worth of annualized income. We, on the working capital side, we are going to lend you anywhere between 8 and 12%. So I'm just going to use 10% as an example. We're going to lend you about 10% of your annualized revenue. We're going to structure that anywhere from a 6 to a 12-month loan. We are going to offer you a line of credit so that you can, so not only is it working capital, now that isn't even the best thing. I didn't even bring that up. Sorry, I forgot about that. These are lines of credit working capital. So it's not just like an MCA loan or a term loan that you take the money out and then you repay it over. This is a true line of credit offering that we offer here at Direct Credit Funding. And it's going to be set up on a 2-year line of credit. So it's going to set up over a 2-year term. You have a 1-year draw period and then amortizes over a 2-year repayment period. So they're huge wins for businesses that are in rapid expansion. You can draw up, you can pay down, you can take draws as little as $5,000, but it is a huge win. They're super easy to qualify for. Your credit doesn't have to be the best. I think we're looking for a 640 or better, so it doesn't have to. We're not trying to just lend to the 700 credits of the world. We're willing to go down to a 640 on this program. Like I said, application with the basic information. You do need to have a business bank account. Let's make that really clear. You do need a business bank account. Can do a business bank account. Yeah, does need to be a business bank account. Cannot do a sole proprietor. Cannot do a individual or your personal accounts. Also, it needs to be all the money reporting into one account. I understand you might have multiple accounts for your business, which is fine, but they all have to be business accounts. So this is just a huge win of a new program that we have here at Direct Credit Funding that we're excited to put out there. It's a working capital line of credit. That'll be in the title because that is something that a lot of businesses are looking for, and you don't always need equipment. You need working capital for payroll, for different expenses that come up to help your business grow and expand. And working capital with a line of credit, which is the real win here, is what we offer. And these can be approved within a couple hours, and you can have funds the next day. That's the other big benefit here. Send the information in to us. We'll get it approved. We'll send you a link to choose your options and to do what we call checkout, and you just check out online through the portal, and you can have access the next day. So we literally can have money to you, get an application in today, we'll have an approval for you today, send the link to you today, and you can have funds the next day. So they're super easy. They're super easy to do. I will say the one thing that to just be aware of is that we are going to do a link verification through Plaid is more than likely who we do this with, which is a interface that we will do a handshake link with your bank that you bank at. We don't have access to your bank account, but it gives us a handshake where we can go in and make sure that the bank statements that you provided to us are accurate and true, and there's no misrepresentations. And I know I'm getting down in the weeds on this, but unfortunately, fraud is rampant in this industry because of just the nature of what we do. So we will be doing that link to verify your bank statements. I don't know if we're going to put this in the video or not, but it is what it is. But the ability to get this money fast and to get the type of money you need can be done within hours. So if you need some quick access to cash, and you've got the bank statements that qualify, that hit those metrics that we talked about earlier in the video, I would love to have you send an application. We can show you how fast we can get you approved. We can give you options on your terms, anywhere from, like I said, 6 to 36 months, depending on your situation for how long you've been in business and type of revenue that's running through your bank account. We have other working capital options available. If you don't fit our line of credit for the standard A credit line of credit, we have some B product credits. But I'm telling you, I'm really excited for this line of credit working capital that we put out. That we're trying to put, I think we're trying to put another $20 million out before the end of year. So I really would love you to hit me up on that and love the editors to get this out in the wild, offering this working capital line of credit program. So if you have questions, hit the like, subscribe, hit us up on the website, directcreditfunding.com. There's an online application there. There's a chat feature there. You do get to speak with live people and real people. So please hit us up, all the links and all the buttons and all the things I'm sure are flashing around me. So if you need some quick access to some working capital, hit us up here.